Hey, what's up everybody? It's Brian Dean from QuickSprout, and in this video I'm going to show you how to get more backlinks, more social shares, and more referral traffic for every infographic that you publish using email outreach. So your first step actually begins during the infographic development process. So when you're making your infographic, make sure that you include a ton of references at the bottom, okay? Because the more references you include, the more people you can directly reach out to for an infographic share pitch. Okay, so when you have points in your infographic that makes sense for a reference, make sure to put a reference of a site that's somewhat likely to share your content. And obviously the more the better. Okay, so that's the first step. Once you have your references set up, it's a matter of reaching out to each of those people in your references section just to give them a heads up about the infographic. And just from that alone, I've found that they're very, very likely to share it. Okay, so this is a script that I use that works really well, and you can obviously modify it based on your infographic and your niche, but it basically just says that you like their content in general, and you referenced one of their pieces of content in your latest infographic, and then you show them the infographic, okay? And then you say something like, I'd be tickled pink if you share the infographic with your readers, okay? And unlike just a random person that you email with this template, it works a lot better because when they see the infographic, first of all, they're more likely to look at it because when you say you reference them, they're going to be like, oh, what is this? And then when they look at the bottom and they see themselves there, it's a little bit of ego bait. And they say, oh, that's cool. They reference me. So they're more likely to either link to it, embed it on their site, or share it on social media. Now, the next step is to find people that have already shared infographics that are similar to yours in the past. So that's really important for outreach, is finding targets that have a proven track record of sharing infographics in your niche. So the best place to do that is to head over to Visually. So it's visual.ly, which is just a massive, massive infographic directory, and put in the keyword of your infographic. So let's just say that we just made a cell phone infographic. So put in cell phone here and click enter, and this will bring up all the infographics in their database related to infographics. But it's very important that you don't just scroll down and look, because this by default shows trending infographics, so those that have been popular lately. So what we want to do is find kind of their all-time infographic hall of fame. And to do that, under organize by, choose liked or viewed. So I like to use viewed. Either one tends to work well. And in general, infographics that have performed well in Visually perform well around the web. Okay, so what you're basically looking for are infographics that have done well, and then you want to reach out to the people that have linked to them in the past or embedded them on their site. So this one looks pretty good. US and worldwide texting trends. If you have something about cell phones, this looks obviously very much about cell phones. So what you want to do next is get the URL of this particular infographic. Okay, so every image on the web is shared on a particular URL, and that's what you want to find. So just get the image URL by clicking on it once, and then right-clicking and choosing Copy Image Location. Okay, so that copies the URL that image is hosted on. Then head over to Google Images. So instead of using regular Google Images and typing in cell phone infographic, which is fine, what we're going to do is we're going to use reverse image search. So click on the little camera icon here, which is search by image, and then paste the URL of the infographic and click on search by image. And what this will do is Google will show you all the places on the web that they've found this particular infographic. Okay? And what you can do is now reach out to all these people on the list and let them know about your cell phone infographic. So unlike just emailing random people, you know that this guy, Tatango.com, has a propensity for sharing cell phone related infographics because he has in the past. So then it's just a matter of reaching out to him and saying, hey, I noticed that you published this cell phone infographic a while back. I have one that's also really cool. Do you want to check it out? And then you send it to him. And because these people have a track record of sharing cell phone related infographics, their conversion rate is going to be very high compared to just emailing random sites that are about cell phones. So your next step is to head over to Google itself and just put in a keyword plus infographic. So cell phone or texting or whatever your infographic is about, and then just trying to find infographics that have done well. And in this case, I found this one, which is called Celebration 40 Years of Cell Phone History. Okay, and this is obviously an infographic. And if you look at the infographic, you can see that it's done really well. It's on Mashable, first of all, so that's probably one of the reasons it's done really well. But if you look at the social shares, it has 3,500 Facebook likes, over 2,000 tweets. So it's a very popular infographic. So you can do the same thing I just showed you. You can right click on here, copy image location, and then head over to Google reverse image search and see who shared it. Okay, so that's one way to do it. Or you can just see who linked to it. So if you just want to get links to your infographic and aren't really so concerned with people sharing it or posting it on their website, you can see who's likely to link to similar content. So you can take the URL from Mashable and put it into a program like Ahrefs and see who's linking to that URL. Okay, so in this case, we have 138 different domains linking to that URL, and these make fantastic link targets because they've already linked to cell phone related infographics, so they're very likely to link to yours if yours is good. So then it's just a matter of going one by one down the list and seeing, in what case did they link to it? Was it a blog post or was it a resource page or whatever? And then reaching out to them and showing them your infographic and gently asking them to link to yours as well. So that's all there is to infographic email outreach. As you can see, by directly getting it in front of people who have already shown a propensity to share it, you're much, much more likely to get more traction and possibly make your infographic go viral. So thanks for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.